Monday night racing, and that means it's silver in ALR, and we are here in magnificent Belgium for the round 4 of ALR silver, and it's been a cracking season so far, hasn't it? Monaco was incredible, wasn't it? And we had our first time winner in Faxland there, who absolutely drove superbly well, didn't he, to win his first ever Grand Prix in ALR, and that means he's now leading the championship. We'll talk about the championship in just a few moments, but before we do so, let's just take a quick look at the track map, shall we? And of course, 19 turns around here. It's 4.3 miles long. It's the longest track on the calendar, so yeah, it's a bit of a marathon to get around there, to get around the track. So you cannot leave it too late to get out and start your lap then, and so that's going to be interesting indeed. So that just adds a new element to qualifying, doesn't it? Whereas we go into qualifying right now, I got to say, a minute ago I was actually looking for the stream. I was wondering where it is. I haven't actually started it, which is why I couldn't see it. So yep, that as far as I mean to go on in this tonight. Last night in gold, what an incredible race it was. I got to say, there was some a lot of shenanigans going on in the up and down the field, I must say. Unfortunately, there were some unsavoury incidents as well. Hopefully, we'll have a bit more of a cleaner race tonight. And well, it depends on your point of view. I must admit, I loved the carnage last night, but obviously, it doesn't help the admins, though, does it? And unfortunately, we had some incidents as well. Unfortunately, Emerson and Dan, there seems to be attracted to each other at the moment, don't they? As they keep clashing to each other. So Massa and Hamilton there, isn't it? Really not. It's really been a bit, it's been a bit interesting, hasn't it, over the past couple of races for them too. Hopefully they can stay away from each other. Anyway, we're into qualifying one then. We can see we got a bit of a thin grid here tonight. We only 14 drivers. We are expecting King Zone to come in qualifying or halfway through qualifying. We're also expecting McVicious in as well, as McVicious is also. Is also getting him coming in late as well then. So let's just Todd has just said good evening, Sean. How are you, mate? I'm very well. I'm very well, Todd. I hope you're well tonight as well. And whilst we're just counting down then for the well, we're already in Q1 actually. So we've been a minute in Q1 already then. And I think that's a Van Dorn car getting prepped and ready to come out. It is a Van Dorn car. It is Mercedes, and he is now accelerating out of the box there, and he is away then in the Mercedes then. Anyway, whilst we are this is kind of more of a glorified practice session, this is, because we're aiming to lose 5 slowest cars, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th, but unfortunately but we haven't got those cars here tonight, so this is more of a practice session to really just get yourself dialed in and ready to go. And whilst I'm doing that, let's take a quick look at the championship, shall we? So Faxan has jumped from third to first there, and he is at a and that incredible win in Monaco means he's now 4 points in front of Glock, who was our leader, has dropped down to second. Now he's on 51 points, along with F1 2019 as well, who is dropped down to third. Then Hunter was the biggest mover in Monaco, wasn't he, in terms of positions? Actually, he was up 4 positions, and he's on 28 points now. He's 27 points behind the leader. But anything can happen in Formula 1, and he usually does then, so do not discount Hunter. Hunter, a very experienced campaigner in ALR. We've also got YBR, who's also expecting, we're expecting that YBR is in the session already. He is in 5th position at the moment. Great start to his ALR career. 6th position, we have Droffer. 7th position is Lesnar. He's dropped down 2 position. King's is up to 8. Serious Mushroom dropping down to 10. And Alhan then is in at 10th position, and he's moved up 11 positions actually. Alhan did comment on the stream, didn't he? And I think I've actually tried to I've actually read the way to pronounce his name. It is Alhan. So yeah, as I struggled last time in Monaco, I do struggle with new names. So yeah, you have to bear with me, folks. Just watching the Red Bull of Leicester go through. I think so. Van Dorn was the first man out on track, and went car 47 as he flies through Blanchimont now in this beautiful sunny Belgium Grand Prix. Well, last night it was beautiful in qualifying, but it wasn't so much in the race, was it? As we had a bit of a storm brewing, didn't we? Not only in the clouds, also on track as well, didn't we? And there was a lot of stormy racing going on, wasn't there? So just watching Van Dorn then. So he is the first man on track then, and the first man to set a time. Then he's on the soft compound tire then, and accelerates away. The back end just wagging its tail a bit as it comes out of La Source. We've got a yellow flag in free already. It's just, I think it's just guys slowed up for the bus stop chicane as we come to Eau Rouge and into Radion then, and Van Dorman's looking, that car's looking planted there, isn't it? You want to have a sturdy car going at there, don't you? I've got to say, Van Dorman hasn't actually got off the mark in points yet, has he? Which is quite surprising. His pace has been very impressive, hasn't it? But he just needs to He just needs to get a few more races, get a few more finishes, and he should be all right. Surely, well, a few more finishes in the points, really, because unfortunately he hasn't scored anything yet. We got Gunnar saying, "Good luck, lads." Of course, Gunnar, unfortunately, his Belgium event didn't go very well at all last night, did he? In qualifying, he was involved in an incident. In the race there, he didn't really get past the first lap, which is unfortunate for Gunnar. But I know Gunnar, of course, the most experienced driver in ALR history, of 39 race starts in his entire career, which is fantastic, isn't it? So he has the experience to bounce back, doesn't he? And we're looking forward to seeing Gunnar in Silverstone in a week's time. Yellow flag in one then, and that's a Ferrari in the wall. It's Razor. Razor's in the wall then, and that's coming up out of Eau Rouge. And oh dear, and into radio there. So we've already got our first victim there in the is a very scary corner up there, isn't it? And you can see damage to the Ferrari already then, and that's a shame there for that's a shame there for Razor then, so he's going to have to come back in the pits. Luckily, he's got all four wheels still on his wagon though, and he's still able to complete this qualifying session. Here comes Van Doorn. He's on a 44.9 then in the he's the first man to post a time here in Belgium. Who is coming across the line next? FIFA Beefy is just going to 45.3 there in the Ferrari car, 36, and he's gone purple in the final sector. FIFA Beefy has some good stuff indeed. Todd then is invalidated his time, unfortunately, and so he's going to have to go around again. Forza out there as well, of course, in the red these days. And just gone purple in the first sector. Good stuff. And he's got a bit of straight line speed. Here comes F1 2019 coming across the line now. And I think he's just starting us up. But Lesnar isn't. Lesnar's gone fastest on a 44.8 there in the Aston Martin. A Red Bull, of course, Force India would be, Racing Point, I should say, would be now called the Aston Martin team from 2021 onwards. So when we finally got used to the name, and now all of a sudden they changed it again, didn't they? It's a bit like hot potato there, isn't it? On board with Hunt then, as he is just coming out of Puyong now. That's a very dangerous corner, isn't it? There's a lot of dangerous corners around here. This is why I love this circuit. It is the best racetrack in the world, in my opinion. It has everything. Incredible chicanes, high speed chicanes there. We got hairpins. Whatever you want from a racetrack, we have got it here in Spa. Now coming out of Paul Ferrer then, and there's Hunter then. Oh, taking a long curve there. Hunter is then back on board then with the man to hope the first ever race win in ALR history back in Australia season 1. Hunter was the first man to win a race, wasn't he? But he wasn't the first man to cross the line, was he? He won it, of course. I think he was the second or third man on that day, but he was Mr. Clean and consistent. And he showed that in Monaco as well, didn't he? Fantastic time from Hunter there. He's coming navigating the bus stop chicane then, and DRS enabled. There's 2 DRS zones around here. Well, on the back straight, and Van Doorn has retired from the session, and that is a big old smash out of Paul Ferrer, and that is not good at all. Oh, that's right in the middle of the track there, and that's Van Doorn, and of course he's had a bit of a that's a Racing Point Racing Point going off the track there, and that is not good at all for Van Doorn. And he is look at that, that's a big old smash there for Van Doorn, and he is out of qualifying already in this session then, so that is disappointing. For Van Doorn, and as we were just saying in the build-up in this qualifying session about Van Doorn and not having any points at the moment. Well, unfortunately, he's going to be 14th on the grid as we've got F1 2019. Now, again, we're throwing some more, doing a very good job there and getting faster, but that has been quickly eclipsed there by Glock, who's a second in front of F1 2019. Glock at the moment, he's 2 wins in his ALR career and a DNF as well, but his first 2 race wins of the season, he had first 2 race wins of the season was Glock, wasn't he? Back in Russia and China. Of course, remember Granty also had the same start there, but unfortunately he's kind of tailed off a bit there. He's still leading the championship. Last night I mistakenly said that it was actually Emerson that is in the championship, but that just shows that never believe anything I say, because more often than not it's wrong. So yeah, of course, Granty is still leading the championship by 1 point away from Emerson at the moment, as that duel there is starting to heat up again. In the second season it's going to be Emerson and Granty, and I'm loving that. On board with Hunter then, as he is just coming through a Blanchimont now. Gavin has just said it's all my fault. Toward this for yesterday's race. It probably was actually, because I think I was complimenting Gunnar, but it just all fell apart for him. But don't worry, I have a lot of... There's a yellow flag again, and it's a Ferrari, is it? We're just having a look. I think it's FIFA Beefy, is it? Who's just recovering. I'm not sure what's going on down at Paul Ferrer at the moment, but that's where all the action is. Incredible stuff out there. So the Ferrari there has lost its end plate there. It's the It's the right end plate on the Ferrari then, so this is it's action packed already here in qualifying then. Remember, this first qualifying session is more of a practice session to see what how what the cars are feeling like, but it looks like they're not feeling too good at all, as they're having a very interested start to qualifying. Here comes VTOD. I gotta say, VTOD in qualifying last week was absolutely magnificent. He was incredible, wasn't he? Unfortunately the race for VTOD just didn't go well at all, did it? But his qualifying performance in Monaco was absolutely brilliant from the McLaren driver. And talking about McLaren, let's take a look at the constructor, shall we? Just on board Vitos, and he is reaching max power going up the hill then up into Lake Holm. Then he's got purple in the first sector as well. He's got a separate McLaren, hasn't he? Vitos has. Red Bull leading the constructors by 68 points at the moment. Second is Haas. They've moved up after Faxan's incredible... have we got a car that's stuck in the... I thought there was a Renault stuck in the pits then. But we also had a 5-place grid. We had a lot of 5-place grid penalties last night, didn't we? I think that's the most we've ever had in ALR. 3 5-place grid penalties last night. For all the shenanigans going on in qualifying, I think it was just a sign of things to come. Look at that Williams in the background. Fantastic grip. I think that was Serious Mushroom going seriously quick around Pouillon there. And now here comes Viton in the second sector then. I've already gone off subject. He's going purple in the second sector, Viton. This is an incredible time there from Viton. I've gone off the subject. I was talking about the constructors. Yeah, Haas then have moved up into second position now. Great win there from Faxan. Has elevated them to second. Mercedes have dropped down to third on 51 points. Toro Rosso fourth on 40. Racing Point on 33. McLaren have moved up to 6th out on 31 points. Williams has dropped down to 7th on 13. And then we've got... Renault on 8, Alpha on 5, and Ferrari at the moment is still on 1 point at the moment. VTOD has gone into fifth position, but then I'm not sure if I believe that purple or not, really. So into the pits comes a Serious Mushroom then. But yeah, he was purple in sector 1 and 2, wasn't he? VTOD was, but it looks like he might not be quick in the final sector then, possibly. Oh, and Ghost Recon going through the corner and no name there, and very close to the barrier. That's a tricky old corner, isn't it? The turn with no name. Even though I think it's called Jackie X now, isn't it? And here comes Ghost Recon flying through Pouillon then, as he is now coming to the second part of the sector now then. Gunnar said, I swear you compliment me one time, one more time. Yeah, but basically, I think every time I compliment Gunnar, something bad happens to him. So yeah, that's a lot. I think I'm a really nice guy. I think too nice for Gunnar, because every time I do, he seems to have a DNF. On board Ghost Recon at the moment, then in the Williams, he's coming up to Blanchimont now. You've also got Joe Brinley saying, it's Kimso, mate, I'm racing, but the game had to... it's Kingzone, mate, I'm racing, but my game had to redo Loadmaster game. Oh dear. So Kingzone, hopefully Kingzone being in a minute. Of course, he was in the race last night, wasn't he? And I think he had a very good debut in the gold, didn't he? I think Abiras, of course, or Numberman had a really good debut, didn't he? And we've got Razor, who's out. Oh no, and he's at the top of the hill. We've got another man who's in the wars at the top of the hill. We're down to 12 cars in this qualifying session. Incredible stuff here. And look, there's Razor in the wall. Then he had a trip at Paul Ferrer, and now he's had more than a trip. He is out of this qualifying session. Razor 14th, Van Dorn 13th. Then, Kingdom saying he has to re-download it, unfortunately, which is why he's late. That is such a shame now for Kingdom. That sounds better now as well, because I thought it was I must well do struggle to read. So yeah, if anyone ever gave me a script to read out in commentary, that would not happen at all. Yeah, it would sound like an 8-year-old trying to read. Anyway, Ghost Recon then is just coming through the corner with no name. So we're losing these guys pretty quickly at the moment. We were down to 12 cars now, and we're looking forward to seeing Kingzone in the session as well. And we've got Glock saying, even on course, Glock at the moment is sitting very pretty at the moment, isn't he? He's 9/10 of a second in front of Hunter. I gotta say, it's good to see Hunter out there, isn't it? He's really starting to. I think that Monaco result is really. He's really up to his game, hasn't he? You're on board with Double. Double is a very experienced campaigner as well, isn't he? He's been all over the oh, look at that bit of tail wagging there from Double. Double has been doing the league racing scene for a very long time now. I think He was doing league racing when on the Formula 1 2016, but Double's in the wall. It's a big old smash for Double. He is out of qualifying. We're down to 11 cars in this Belgian Grand Prix qualifying. Incredible stuff there for Double. And once again, you can see the front wheel of the Alfa Romeo there just sliding off the nose cone, off the chassis of the Alfa. And Double is out of qualifying. He will start 14th in this race later on. My goodness me, we have had a lot of victims already coming up already on there. And well, I think just oh, that's a car off. That's the Lesnar off the track there. That's it, Paul Frere, or just out Paul Frere. I've swallowed my tongue again. And yeah, so he's just coming back on the gravel now. Then they're dropping like flies out here tonight. My goodness me, it's not very good at all out there at the moment. As Lesnar there is just I think he was just enjoying the enjoying the beach there, wasn't he? YBR is out on track at the moment. Serious Mushroom also on track as well. We're keeping an eye on YBR at the moment. He's coming out of Puyol now. It's a car 46 and the Racing Point doing a cracking job this season. I gotta say from YBR, fantastic stuff. We got Glock saying suspension settings are absolutely destroying a lot of people. They really are, aren't they? Wow, we have lost 3 people already in this session. Incredible stuff then as YBR is on an in-lap, so we'll keep an eye on Serious Mushroom then. Well, hopefully we won't drop it and won't have anyone else drop because, yeah, we're not going to have many cars left in this session. Incredible stuff here tonight. We've also got Ghost there saying that he is happy to really happy to see 5th. Yeah, he's doing a good job in 5th position. Ghost Recon is, isn't he? Fantastic stuff from the Williams driver. We've also got Matthew Bridge. How many finished last night? Lol. Wow, last night I think we only had 7 official classifiers. We did have 8 cars on track, but I think King's own car was just ghosting, so he wasn't actually official classified in the end. So yeah, we only had 7 cars for this last night. I think we might have less than that tonight, judging from what's going on in qualifying. Is a Serious Motion there navigating the bus stop chicane, accelerating away now. Is deployment is down, but he's up to 2nd. Incredible time there from Serious Mushroom. I'd say he's got some serious pace in that Williams. And he's away there as well. Good stuff there from Serious Mushroom. Got 3 seconds off the pace at the moment, but he is just finding his feet out there as well. We're watching Lesnar now. Last time we seen Lesnar, he was actually off to the left-hand side of the track there. He's 4/10 of a second up though in the second sector. Second sector Lesnar, is it? So he's now this is the final sector. All he's got to do, he's got to hit 1 braking point left, and it is in the bus stop chicane as he flies through Blanchimont there. Remember, Bertie had a big old smash there in 2001, didn't he? He drops down then into 2nd gear, and you can see tickling the throttle. We're about 50 miles an hour, accelerating away now. And what can Lesnar do? Can he get into the 43s? No, he doesn't. He's in the 44s there, but he moves himself up in the 3rd position, Lesnar does. And I've got to say, Red Bull are a very strong unit, aren't they, indeed, then. As we're just taking a quick look, then, so we got Joe Brindley saying, "Has someone put some oil down the track? Everyone seems to be going off." Yeah, I think that I don't know. I reckon that Burn Eckstone has installed those sprinklers that he had the idea of about several years ago. I think it was more than several years ago now, wasn't it? We've also got Mug Vicious saying, "Hi Sean, how's it going? Stuck at work about Mug Vicious. This calls Mug Vicious will hopefully get in his car very soon." And of course he's stuck at work, but he has about half an hour, I would say, approximately, give or take, to come back in and get in his car and get ready for this race. Because I've got to say that it doesn't seem like it matters where you start in this race. It's going to be all about where you finish, isn't it? Because it's incredible qualified session this way. So in Q2, when we get to Q2, it's going to be survival of the fittest, really, isn't it? Whoa, look how narrow that pit lane is as we're on board Serious Mushroom. He is in the 2nd position, man. Fantastic stuff from Serious Mushroom. Impressive indeed there from the Williams driver. And he's coming into the pits now. Man, just looking for his pit box. Yeah, it's very narrow coming into this pit lane, isn't it, here in Spa? I do prefer, of course, it was very narrow on the old pit lane as well. Of course, if anyone remembers the old pit lane, you used to go straight on at the bus stop chicane, didn't you? And I do prefer the old bus stop chicane, and because it used to also be a curved starting grid as well, didn't it? Which was quite unique back then. Of course, if you talk about Spa, if you talk about the Belgian Grand Prix, you've got as a hunter start from the session, and as I think that we are all good on this front. Well, I was saying that before we got into this session that we ain't going to lose any drivers. This is more of a practice session. Well, we have lost 3 drivers in this session. We've lost Van Dorn, Razor, and Double all out of qualifying already in this session. And the Q2, we're only aiming to lose 1 driver, so someone's going to have to take the walk of shame in Q2 in just a few moments' time. Who is that going to be? It's going to be anyone's ball game. It really is. As Gunnar said, Sean threw out the compliments, and now they've got like banana peels on the track. Yeah. So it's a bit like Mario Kart out there, isn't it? Or someone's got the red shell going on. We've also got Glock saying people need the fan car from the 80s. Oh, I gotta say, I love that fan car. It was a unique car, wasn't it? Back in the 80s and 70s, had some incredible innovations, didn't they? Remember the 6-wheeler Toro car as well. There was also a design, I think, for an 8-wheeler car, wasn't it? I can't remember if it was Ferrari or someone else, but it was an incredible design. I remember seeing it was only concept, but blimey, that was really interesting. That really tickled my pickle, I must say. Anyway, unfortunately, we have lost. Double, Razor, and Van Dorn have all gone, have all bowed out of this qualifying session. I know it's only Q1, but in qualifying, there's no T cars anymore, no spare cars. You have to get back to the pits under your own steam. And unfortunately, all 3 of those guys did not make it back to the pits, so they have to now sit on the sidelines and watch whilst these guys are going ready for Q2. We are going to lose 1 driver in Q2, so it's going to be anyone who takes the walk of shame is going to feel like the weakest link there, isn't it? And it's also Glock saying hashtag bring back the ground effect. Martin Bredl's been saying a lot about this, hasn't he, over the past several years, about just having the ground effects really would probably help overtaking all that kind of jazz. But yeah, it's quite a simple concept, really. But yeah, the rule makers just don't seem to be going down that route, do they? And we'll see what the 2021 rules bring. Hopefully it brings some racing. I've got to say, though, 2019 wasn't that bad of a season. And this season in Formula 1, I'm really looking forward to this. And we've got Red Bull in the mix. If Ferrari get their act together, perhaps we might even have a 6-car battle for the championship. Yes, I do. I include Alex Albon and Bottas into that statement. It'd be good to see both of them there. We might have Bottas 3.0. Maybe he's going to have a full-grown beard by the time he comes back into action then, and maybe he'll have some porridge as well. Ghost Recon is the first battle on track then. We've got 14 minutes in this session then to determine who is going to be on the sidelines for Q3. We're only losing 1 driver in this qualifying session, and wow, who is it going to be? It's going to be very difficult to find this out, isn't it? So we're on board then as a Ghost is picked up on my on my comment earlier on, which to be honest I really regret saying that though. Anyway, on board Ghost, and I got to say I love a good helmet there from Ghost, and it's a lovely green and blue helmet there. I do, yeah, that's a really nice helmet. Impressive stuff then. So then, at the moment then, Q2 then, so it's not all about going fast, it's also about the tyre compound as well, isn't it? So we've got a couple of drivers there who's on the medium compound tyres, and a lot of you, if anyone who's new watching this broadcast today, I say hello and welcome, and I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And of course, you might be wondering, why is some people going onto the medium tyre, which is the slower compound tyre compared to the soft tyre, the red tyre? Well, that's because if you qualify in the top 10, which basically everyone is apart from 1 driver, we've got to find out who that driver is in a minute, then they must start on that tyre which they set their fastest time on. So yeah, that's why we've got some medium compound runners out, because it might bring you more flexibility in the race for terms of strategy. And well, it also depends on what the weather's going to do to later on as well. Of course, last night it didn't matter what tyres they qualified on in Q2, because we had an absolute downpour, didn't we, in the first stage of the race then. Well, it was a typical Belgian Grand Prix last night. We had all 4 seasons in one day. On board then with Ghost then, so he comes out with the grid hatches now. Let's enjoy this onboard footage then with the Williams driver then coming into last source and dropping down to second gear. Of course, last source has been a scene of some incredible incidents. Of course, 2012 where we had an almighty smash with Grosjean, Hamilton, Alonso, and I think Perez was also involved as well, wasn't he? Both Saubers were actually right up the field that day, weren't they? I think Maldonado always had a jump start as well, but which nothing surprises. So Ghost is now coming to Les Combes then. Les Combes, the scene of where Hill and Schumacher was battling away, wasn't it? Where Schumacher was on the slick tyres, wasn't he? I think Hill was on the wet tyres. That just showed how incredible the Schumacher was in the rain. Of course, I was very anti Schumacher back then. I was all about Damon Hill, and yes, I did love Damon Hill. Amazing driver. Probably not as good as Michael Schumacher looking back on it now, but yeah, you got to support Hill, haven't you? As Ghost Recon coming out of Puyol now. I think I've been saying that wrong. I think I've been called it a football player, haven't I? Anyway, enough about that. Here comes Ghost Recon then, and he's coming up to finish the second sector now. Let's see what he's doing in the second sector. It's a 1:16.8 there. He's gone purple. He's the first man now to set a time in this qualifying 2. All qualifying 1 times have been wiped out. That is done now. That is not important. What's important now is what time you're going to get in this next 11 minutes or so in Q2, and who is going to be through in the Q3. Ghost Recon counting up to the bus stop chicane now. Of course, the remodeled bus stop chicane, which they did back in 2006. As Belgian Grand Prix kept dropping off and coming on the calendar back then, didn't they? It missed the race in 2003 and 6, which I was absolutely disgusted by. Anyway, as very told, they're flying through Blanchimont. We got Mercedes who's just coming to the pits. That's F1 2019. Not really keen on that, is he? Here comes Glock then. Of course, Glock has been absolutely incredible this season so far, hasn't he? He's had 3 pole positions. No one has beaten him to pole position yet, and he's going to start around now. Todd has gone fast. It's on a 44.7 there. Both McLaren drivers are looking very strong, aren't they? Recently, Monaco, they've become new men, haven't they? They've been incredible. Both drivers have. Todd and Hunter, impressive stuff. But just watching Leslie coming through Blanchimont now. Then there he is flying through. YBR has just set a time. He's in 3rd position at the moment on the soft compound tyres, and now he's coming to the bus stop chicane now. Lesnar, he's also run out deployment very early on in this qualifying session. Now we're getting the bus stop chicane there as we go into the left-hander Forza. It's gone up to 3rd fastest then. Here comes Lesnar now coming out to the line, and he's 5th at the moment. Lesnar, he's on the hard compound tyre. What about Hunter? Hunter's got red there, which I'm not sure if that's good or not. We'll find out. Is the map right? The map is right, so he's invalidated time. What about FIFA Beefy? FIFA going up into 3rd fast. Went Ferrari. I've only got 1 point so far, and they got a very strong lineup with FIFA Beefy and Razor, haven't they? I feel get a bit of consistency in those 2 drivers, and my goodness me, they'll be well away, won't they? Watching Hunter getting in. Oh, what was that? Oh, Serious Mushroom now is just getting out of the way of the Ferrari. My goodness me, that made me worried, didn't it? On board Glock then, as we said, Glock has got 100% record in qualifying. He's 3 for 3 for pole positions. He is absolutely tearing up the form bookers. He's incredible, this man is, isn't he? He flies through a Paul Farah then, and now he's on the back straight then. So he has now just got 1 more braking point to go, hasn't he? Here in Belgium, and that is the dreaded bus stop chicane. Of course, then, just thinking about the history of the Belgian Grand Prix, as I was mentioning in Q1, you think about the Belgian Grand Prix, and you can just list off all the classic races, can't you? There's so many. One of my personal favourites is obviously Belgium '98 for obvious reasons, as I was a big Hale fanboy, wasn't I? And especially when he won the Jordan team, fantastic stuff. It really was. When Jordan got their first ever win, and not only that, the first ever won too. It seems to happen that way, doesn't it? Because I think Sauber got their first ever win and a 1-2 at the same time back in Canada. Yellow flag is as Todd, I think, just get out of the way. I think it was Todd there, just get out of the way. We're just keeping an eye on Hunter then. Hunter is on track on the soft compound tires, so he's not messing, is he? He is just out there, gone the soft tires straight away, and flying past Forza, who's coming into the pits, and he's on the medium tires. I gotta say, there's a lot of mixing and matching out there, and I'm loving this, isn't it? Very multicolored there on the left-hand side tower. Then we've got mediums, we've got softs, we've even got a hard tire in there as well. Incredible stuff. Hunter comes up to the line then. DRS is not enabled. DRS Hunter hasn't. He's gone at 7 fast at the moment, Hunter. I wonder if he's just feeling the track conditions then before deciding on what tires to actually attack. Yellow flag as when the drivers comes into the pits. F1 2019 hasn't set a time yet, so F1 2019 is about to set a time then. So far in his silver career, F1 2019 has been on the podium every race so far. Comes to last source then, accelerating out of it now then, and now then, as you can see, then he's now barreling down into Eau Rouge and Radion then, here in the Ardennes Forest. And I'm going to finish off my sentence in a minute. Yeah, talking about classic Belgian Grand Prix, 98 obviously comes to mind, doesn't it? Of course, that incredible start, that incredible smash at the start, didn't they? Ironically, the season before, I think they had the first ever safety car start in Belgium 97, didn't they? And then a year later, where it was absolutely abysmal conditions, they decided not to, which is interesting, wasn't it? But yeah, so that caused that almighty smash, didn't it? One of the biggest first lap crashes in F1 history. And then the second incident, unfortunately, saw Mika Hakkinen retired, didn't he? Him and Johnny Herbert collided. So that wasn't very good at all. Hakkinen in this Belgium Grand Prix didn't seem to not have the best of luck, did he? Obviously, everyone remembers that incredible 2000 race, wasn't it? Once again, we had a bit of wet weather, didn't we, to spice up in the first part of the race. Then Hunter just getting out of the way then. But of course, that infamous, incredible battle between Schumacher and Hakkinen comes to lay calm there. He did the Kemmel straight, wasn't it? And then poor Zonta was in the middle of the track. He didn't know where to go, did he? Luckily he just kept the car in the straight line, and he was just overtaken by Hakkinen and Schumacher at the same time. One of the best overtaking maneuvers in the history of Formula One. Or so it's been voted, or last time it's in the vote anyway. So just F1 2019, and he's not even at all interested about the history of F1 at the moment. All he's interested in is getting this car through into Q3, and we're coming to the bus stop chicane now then, and he's dropping down into first gear then, F1 2019 is, so, and he's on the medium tyres then, so he's not good, he is just thinking about strategy at this stage of the event there, and wow, he's on a 44.5 for the Mercedes driver. Fantastic stuff from car 15. Serious Mushrooms on track. We also got Alhan as well, who's out as well, and I think I'm actually doing a better job of pronouncing his name tonight. Serious Mushroom there, who is going to have to go again there, I think, because he's about his time. Hunter is almost out of fuel. We've only got 5 minutes. We've only got 5.5 minutes in this session. Remember, look at it. It's taken almost a minute and 3/4 to get around the track on a fast lap. So you've got to. So these guys really got to get motoring now, aren't they? So it's going to take the best part 2 minutes to come around on a outlap then. So you've got to leave the pits quite early in this session. Then, of course, as we said already, it is the longest track on the F1 calendar. And so yeah, really, you cannot be hanging about, can you? Just under 5 minutes to go then, as Glock has said he's always bottling that last sector. He's lost 0.3 of a second. That is huge in Formula 1 terms, isn't it? So, but at the moment, then Glock is still second currently, though, isn't he? And as we said earlier on this session, he is the man who's been on pole position. He's the only man to be on pole position in ALR Silver so far. Incredible stuff, isn't it? The rule book, the record book, he's rewriting a new one, isn't he? Glock is at the moment. And now then we're just watching Ahan there as he's coming up to Eau Rouge, and now into Radion as well then. I'm actually going with him in the car there. I was leaning left and right. Serious Mushroom is out of qualifying, and Serious Mushroom is the man then to bow out, unfortunately. So we have got our 10 runners then for Q3, which is Alhan, Lesnar, Hunter, YBR, Forza, Ghost Recon, FIFA, VTOD, Glock, and F1 2019, or all three. The question is now, is anyone going to change their tire strategy? Well, we'll find out in just a few moments' time. We're on board with Alhan at the moment then, as he's coming out with the corner with no name then. He's got a fuel light flash already there. He's as light as a feather, but it looks to according to that ground there, flying through Puyol there. Now accelerates the way then. You see not a hint of a lift there from the Haas driver. Fantastic stuff, Ben. Now dropping down, of course, Hamilton had a big old smash there, and I think it was practice free in 2019, didn't he? Don't think it affected him in the overall vet there. I think he finished second in the end, didn't he? Of course, Leclerc won his first race, didn't he? And Torres, that was absolutely, and Torres, it was a very good thing there. He's the perfect winner that day after the events that happened in qualifying, of course, with Anton Hubert, unfortunately. And I think that this racetrack is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? But unfortunately, now the track is going to be every time we go here, we're going to be always reminded of Anton Hubert, aren't we? And he's a talent taken away way too soon now, the Frenchman. Here comes Alhan coming across the line. He's gone into full fast. He made his debut in Monaco, didn't he, last week? And I've got to say, it was a fantastic debut as well. Really settling in very nicely into ALR. Ghost Recon is just thrown himself up into fastest there. A very good follow set there from Ghost Recon. 44.2 there from the Williams driver. Fantastic stuff indeed then. So really they're turning up the wick there, the Williams drivers. YBR is just on the back straight at the moment. And let's just take a look to see what the tyre situation is then. So we got soft tyres for Ghost Recon. F1, is a YBR there kicking up a bit of the grass there. Just on board with Alhan there, just letting the Red Bull through. yeah, YBR is just on our lap at the moment. So I think Lesnar is on a lap. No, he isn't. He's also on a cruise control as well. Yeah, so we got soft tires for Ghost Recon, for VTOD, and for FIFA. We've got medium tires, I should say, for... Oh, we've also got Hunter on soft tires as well. We've got medium tires for Forza, Lesnar, YBR, Alhan, Glock, and also F1 2019. So very much a lovely bit of mix and match there, isn't it? As we're just watching Lesnar there come back into the pits then. So we've got a minute and 50 to go. Bit of an anticlimactic qualifying session so far, I must admit. Usually I'm getting a sweaty mess here and really getting into it, but Serious Mushroom is took himself out of the equation there, and he is out of qualifying. A yellow flag behind us, and so I'm not sure what's going on there. And one boy of Hunter who's on out lap at the moment. I think everyone else is on an in lap or in the pits then. So I think Hunter might be the last man to have a crack to see what his true pace is in the McLaren. And he is on the medium tire now then, so he is swapping from the soft to the medium tire because he wants a better race strategy, doesn't he? As he is now just getting himself... He's got a minute and 9 to go, so he's going to have more than enough time to get to the finish line from here, because he's just coming out Paul Frere now, and he's going to fire a lap up now. And so all eyes is on Hunter then for this final minute of qualifying then. So let's see what Hunter can do then. We've got a yellow flag just up in front of us. I think it is Ahan there in the Haas there, who's just recovering back to the pits, and Hunter taking it a very very gingerly as well then, isn't he? He is just trying to just see what's going on up there. And it is just the Haas there closing down then. So we're on board with Hunter then, and we are about to have an incredible thrill ride around Spa. And here we go then, and Hunt in his courteous of Hunter then, and he comes over the grid hatches then. He's about to start us up now, and he's done a 46.071 then for his first attempt. He is on the soft tire. He was on the soft tires. So he wants to go onto the medium tires. So this is gonna. So let's see what he can do then. I wonder if he had a bit of a sandbagging lap then, just to see what was going on then. So he comes up out of Eau Rouge and Radion there, and he's still got all 4 wheels on his wagon then, which is really good stuff, because we've already seen 3 cars hit the wall there, haven't we, unfortunately, in this qualifying session. Coming up to Lake Com now, he's 5/10 of a second up on his personal best there, Hunter is. So yes, he was sandbagging on those soft compound tires then, and he's navigated Lake Com beautifully well as well. Dropping it downhill now. The track is a roller coaster ride, isn't it? Look at this. We're surrounded by trees here in the Ardennes Forest, going through the corner with no name, or the Jackie X turn, and you can see just as this is there. There's the pit buildings, isn't it? It's incredible, isn't it? I love the undulations of this track. Coming down Puyong here now, and you can see them. You very not taking it too aggressive there, because you would be spat up on into the barrier on the inside then. And breaking down into 4th gear then, once again tickling the throttle there, Hunter, as you can see him getting off the throttle there. Now accelerating away then. This is the second sector then. Let's see what he's doing in the second sector, and the time is 8/10 of a second. He's gone purple in the second sector, coming out Paul Frere then, and now it's a long blast then, coming up to the final stop, which is the bus stop chicane then. Of course then, I must admit, I've got a bit of a bad reputation with buses, since I keep losing my bus pass, and now he breaks down just before the 100-meter board then. He is dropping down to 50 miles an hour, under 50 miles an hour then, accelerating away then. DRS right on the money from Hunter, and he goes into 4th position, wasn't that? 5th position in the end for Hunter, so he's in 5th, but he's on the medium compound tyre. Ghost has just said, sad, I got the fast lap because of the soft tyres. Well, it doesn't matter, still the fastest up there from Ghost, and I'll be Charles, I would take that any day of the week. So yes, that's still nothing to be ashamed of. I'll be happy with fastest up there. So yes, so yeah, that's the end of Q2 then. And yeah, a bit of an anticlimactic end to Q2 there for us there, as unfortunately Serious Mushroom there did not take to the track at the end. So our top 10 is Recon, F1, Glock, Todd, Hunter, Ahan, Beefy, YBR, Lesnar, Forza. Those are our main men going into the top 10 shootout. Hold on to your hats, everyone. It's going fantastic. Is anyone going to be able to beat Glock? He has got a monopoly on that pole position so far, isn't he? 3 for 3. Is he going to be 4 for 4 then? Well, we'll find out in the next 12 or so minutes. And remember, remember, straight after this session, it is the race itself, and hopefully we'll have Kingzome and McVicious join us soon, because I haven't seen anyone join the session yet. So we're now in Q3 then, and the clock is ticking down then. So I would say that we're going to see some track action quite early on in this, because usually the guys will probably just wait and just wait. Well, there's no time to wait here in qualifying, is there? And we have some movement in the Mercedes garage, I see, in F1 2019. Yes, so yeah, here he comes then. The Mercedes of F1 2019 flies out of the pits then. And he, at the moment, I can't see. Oh, and we got a racing point out there as well then. I think it's YBR is actually going to be the first man to come out of the pits then. You can see the pit exit here then. It's you can see that. Look how much track time you're going to gain when you come out of the pits there. That's something else to think about when of course, you're doing your strategies as well. Well, last night it wasn't. We had a lot of strategies, of course, didn't we? Last night because of all the wet weather. In terms of strategy tonight, I think it's probably going to be a one-stopper. But then again, that's just a finger up in the air kind of guess. I have no idea. As he's coming up the Kemmel Straight now, is YBR and then dropping down. Well, he's not even worried about the Lecombe chicane now. He's done a Schumacher-esque and just gone across the concrete. Remember that used to be, it was more like a mini escape road, wasn't it, down there, and a bit of grass there. Of course, it's all concrete now with a bit of sleeping policeman in there to boot as well. We just take a look then. Darren saying just hoping to finish. I hate Eau Rouge. I think a lot of other people. Excuse me, I lost my voice. I don't know where it went. I gotta say, free drivers in particular hate this Rouge part at the moment, don't they? As they've had to sit by the side. They've had to be spectators in this qualifying session, but hopefully there won't be spectators in the race, and that's where you need to. That is the main focus of our attentions, isn't it? Is the race. That's where you get points, isn't it? That's where you get the wins and the podium. So of course, qualifying. I gotta say, qualifying is also it's about pride, but it's also about lining up the grid as well, isn't it? But as we said, it could be this. I think it's going to be a mission just to complete this race. 22 laps around Belgium. Of course, we had 39 laps last week in Monaco, didn't we? That was a tough racetrack. Now we go. So that was, I think that's the most laps in the on the calendar, isn't it? In terms of lappage, in terms of a lappage around here, I think it's the shortest, isn't it? With just 22 odd laps then. And he is going into Lecombe now. And we've got a yellow flag in free. I think it's because everyone's parked at the bus stop and they're just trying to get themselves some clear out, aren't they? Now YBR, he's going the first man to cross the line, and he's coming up to Eau Rouge and through Radio now, and he's navigated it beautifully well. DRS on the Kemmel Straight then, on board then with YBR again then, and he is just climbing up to Lecombe then, and then this is where the track now starts to go downhill a bit then, as we exit the Lecombe section now, and this is where the roller coaster feel really comes alive. It's beautiful. It's a cracking track. I keep saying it's brilliant. It's a brilliant track, isn't it? I'd say it's the best race track in the world. It's fantastic, isn't it? And here comes the corner of no name, YBR then, as he's doing very well actually. YBR is because he's doing a very good job there of really managing the really managing the errs and things like that, isn't he, on YBR? So, oh, and look at this, as YBR's taking too much curb there, and he's almost going onto the grass there, but he's all right there. But blimey, that definitely woke me up. He's gone purple in sector 2. And he is away once again then. Now he's coming onto the final section. And look at the heat haze coming off the track then. As YBR then flies through Blanchimont. Of course, we had a good old scrap between Ericsson and Verstappen in 2015 now. I think it was the overtake of the season, wasn't it? From Verstappen. Now, I've got to say, it was quite brave, wasn't it? There might have been an argument where he had all 4 wheels off the circuit, but nevertheless, it was still brave, wasn't it? YBR goes fast, it's on a 45.2. I think there's another 10.2 in his pocket then. We got a car behind of F1 2019, and he has done a 44.0 there, a 43.2 for Glock then, and once again then, he is the man to beat 8 tenths of a second in front of F1 2019. Vital is in third position, but he's been closely he's been matched or beaten already by Forza, who is 3 tenths of a second quicker. We got Hunter is up in the third position now in the McLaren. Fantastic stuff, and both McLarens are looking very nice indeed, aren't they? Here comes Alham now as he's starting his lap. FIFA is on the run up as Lesnar has invaded this time, I think, so he's going to go around again. The Red Bull driver is. He's only got 7 minutes to do so. I wonder if he might I wonder if he might abandon this and come into the pits. Here comes FIFA Beefy coming to the line, and he's fifth fast. And he is, I thought I was going to say he's splitting the two McLarens, but I'm going a bit colourblind there. That's a yellow Renault there in between there. So Forza in fourth position, FIFA fifth, Todd sixth, YBR in seventh position. Ghost is on and out left moment. And here comes Elhan now as he's cut at the top of Lake Comlan. He's gone purple in the first sector as Elham has. So good first sector there for Elham. And you can see once again they're doing a cracking job there. Look at these guys there. They're just they're really managing the Urs, which is it's not just sticking up to fall and go for it, is it? You've got to look at that. That's incredible. But he's a bad A this time, Elham has. And that's a shame. He's gone a bit too wide there. Track extension, and that is deemed to be well, extended the track, which means he's gaining an advantage there. So that's a shame there for. That's a shame there for Alham, who was on a cracking lap there. We're already halfway through this Q3 session then, so I'm wondering if he might have come back into the pits there, throw on a new set of boots and have another crack then. It's going to be interesting. You can see all the guys coming in the pits there. On board Lesnar then, who unfortunately invalidated his first time. He is carrying on though. He's gone purple in the second sector. The Red Bull driver has then. He's coming out Paul Fred then, and he's on the final part of that then. Look at him fly through. Incredible stuff there. And he's coming out to Blanche and whatnot. That's an incredible view, isn't it? Look at him go. Brilliant stuff there. And he's now coming to the bus stop chicane then. Let's see how he does here then. Navigating it absolutely splendidly, isn't he? That is incredible. Oh, he's in the pits, so he is coming in the pits, and we've only got 5.5 minutes to go in this session, haven't we? So yeah, he can't really do too much mucking about on track there, is he? He has to yeah. So he wants to get back on the track where the track's at his peak condition there. Of course, the only disadvantage of that is that you only get one and done, really, don't you? As a Ghost there getting very wide there. I thought he was on the slippery part of the corner, the curve there. I was waiting for him to be spat back on the inside, but yeah, Ghost there, keeping it on the track there. Oh, he's gone wide there as well, but he's still going for it, Ghost is, as he's now coming to the second sector now. He has done a 16.3 in the second sector, Ghost has, and now he's on the final stretch of the lap as well. I wonder if Ghost might come in as well, as we got F1 2019 out on track already there, so he wants the clear track there, doesn't he? Of course, the track will be at its best when the last car finishes the lap there. Of course, there'll be more Pirelli rubber down. Pirelli rubber likes Pirelli rubber, doesn't it? So there's more stickage, isn't there? Here comes Ghost Recon coming up to the line now. Then he is carried on his lap and he flies himself into sixth position there. A good time there for Ghost Recon. Look at that. He's 500 of a second in front of VTOL. It's very nip and tuck there in the midfield then. So we got the two main men who are battling away from pole position at the moment, who are out on track at the moment. Don't count out Evil Hunter either. He's 4 tenths of a second back. 5 tenths of a second back is Forza as well. Lesnar and Alhan also hasn't set a time yet either. So yeah, there's all to play for in this qualifier. Still, Glock does have a 7 tenths of a second advantage, more or less, over the Mercedes driver. But we'll see what's going on then. He's got a yellow flag in 2. That's at the Kemmel Straight there. I've got to say, I do love this track map. Of course, the track map is a new addition to the Formula One experience, isn't it? And I've got to say, I feel a lot more professional with a track map now, because it actually makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about a bit more. Which yeah, that's an accomplishment in and on itself, isn't it? So F1 2019, and so he is the closest to the pit and to the starting his lap head. I think. Oh, going off track a bit there. F1. I wonder if he was because remember these cars are based like a very quick computer as well, aren't they? Because they got to They got to sort out the fuel mix. They got to sort out the earth. They got to sort out the differential. My goodness me, there's so many knobs and buttons on these steering wheels, isn't it? To really get themselves sorted. Kingston was joining the session. I think he'd be starting 15th. I think in this session, Kingston will. He had an okay debut last night in gold, didn't he? As he's back in silver tonight, and let's see what he can do for the Toro Rosso team. If he's at the Toro Rosso, he might just been given a random car then. F1 2019 then flying up Eau Rouge then, and the yellow flag is that's a Red Bull. I think it's that's Lesnar, who's I think he's had a trip somewhere. He's okay though. He's still got all his pieces in the right direction then. As he comes up to the hill then, he's a 10th for a second up. F1 2019 is in the first sector. First sector is all about speed, isn't it? Now the second sector is a bit more about cornering speed, isn't it? And also it's a bit more technical as well then. And now as he's dropping down then into a third gear, then Feather in the front, got another yellow flag. I think it's the same Red Bull there who's on a bit of an adventure there, Lesnar's. Hopefully he can get a time in there. He didn't damage the car, so he should be fine to continue. Coming down to Puyol now, look at him then flying through Puyol at F1 2019 is. And look at this, and back on board then with the man who's second at the moment, and he's got to find 7/10 of a second over Glock, his rival at the moment. Then it's a mountain to climb, but I'm sure he could do it. He's done it. He's had a very good start to his career, hasn't he, in ALR Silver, and I'm expecting some magical fireworks here. He's 4/10 of a second up in the second sector. What about the final sector? This is the one where Glock has pointed that he's not very efficient around the final sector. F1 2019 flying through the screen, then back on board then with the Mercedes driver. Here we go then, as we come in, we've got 2 more corners to go then in this qualifying session. Glock is also out there as well. What's Glock doing in the second sector? He's only 800 of a second up in the first sector. He's 2/10 of a second up in the second sector though. Glock is going to try, I think he will get into the 42s. That's an incredible time. Here comes F1 2019. He goes, he's closer. He's 4/10. He's almost half the deficit, hasn't he? But it's still not enough amount. Glock is still fastest. Here comes Glock then coming into the line now. He's trying to get, I reckon he could get into the 42s here. This would be an incredible time if he can then. Now we're getting the bus stop chicane then, accelerating a bit now. And let's see what he can do then. DRS enabled then. He's right on the money. And he goes by. He is on a 42.9. Incredible time there for Glock. He is on pole position. And this could be his 4th pole position of his career in ALR. Fantastic stuff as well. We're just taking a look to see who else out at the moment. Here comes Ghost then. He is coming to the line now. Ghost is as light as a feather, isn't it? Just under a minute to go in this session. Here he goes then. Ghost is coming to the line now. And let's see what he can do. He's up to 4th and cracking lap there for Ghost. He's on 3 laps on those tires. Brilliant. Here comes Alhan now, as he is invalidated his time there, Alhan, so he's going to have another go now, so he'll be the last one across the line. Vital is retired from the session, but he's in third position. Lesnar's just gone up in the third position. Well, these times are getting fast and furious, aren't they? Good time there from Lesnar, brilliant time. Hunter is coming through and he is just completing his outlook. These guys haven't got long to complete it. We got 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, and Forza, and who's there? We got Beefy as well then. So Forza's going to complete his lap and he starts his lap. What about FIFA? Is FIFA missed it? The checker flag is out, but I'm wondering if we've got a desync. We'll find out now. And yeah, also Fifi is also Fifi. Beefy is also through as well. I've now renamed her FIFA Beefy. So YBR has also started up. There's a McLaren in the background as well. So here comes Ahan then. So Ahan at the moment then is Forza's retired from the session. So Forza, the best he's going to hope for is 7th position now. Here comes Ahan then, as he is now coming down the corner with no name then. And I think he's invalidated his time again. So he's going to start 10th position for the race, which is coming up imminently there. What a shame there for what a shame for what a shame now for Ahan there. Here comes YBR. He is in the second sector now. I think there's a Red Bull in front of us. I think it's Glock, isn't it? It's Lesnar. Lesnar is not on the lap, so we keep it. So we're not going to watch Lesnar for now, as he's gone off to Nanya over there. Wow. So as FIFA is retired from the session as well. So Forza 7, FIFA 8, Todd is 4th then. Those are the best positions those guys can hope for. The question is, what is these going to do? What's YBR got left in the tank? What has Hunter got left in the tank? Is Ghost going around again? Those are the guys we're going to be keeping an eye on as well. The Ferrari, I think, is just cruising out. Yeah, he's out already. That Ferrari is. So we're keeping an eye on YBR then. As he's coming out of Paul Ferrer now, and he's flying through. And there's another car off the track. Then there's a lot of Ghosts there. Is just trying to get out of the way then, and I think he's doing a cracking job. Then F1 2019 is finished. Glock is in the pits, and he is going for 4 pole positions in 4 races. Glock is he's dominating, isn't he? In terms of qualifying. Well, what could YBR do? Is he comes up to the line now, and he gets 7th fastest YBR does, and Hunter goes into 4th fastest there in the McLaren, and Hunter is just outside the 43 time, so 44.1 there from Hunter, and he's on the second row of the grid. VTOD there once again showing some incredible pace in 5th position there for VTOD, and hopefully VTOD can get some points tonight as well, because at the moment he's only got 3 points to his name, VTOD, so he can get a good collection of points here tonight. Ghost Recon in 6th position, impressive time there from Ghost. And that is the end of our qualifying session for ALR Silver Round 4 here in Belgium. And Glock is on pole position once again. So 4 for 4 for Glock now. Brilliant stuff there from the Red Bull driver. Fantastic. My goodness me. He's going to be very difficult to beat, isn't he? That's the understatement of the season, isn't it? 6/10 of a second in the end. Glock was on pole position from F1 2019, and Lesnar just 9/10 of a second outside of the pole position as well. Hunter in 4th position with Todd in 5th. McLaren's there once again showing some really strong qualifying pace. Can they do it again in the race then? Ghost in 6th position. YBR is 7th. 8th position is Forza. 9th position is Beefy, and Alhan unfortunately didn't get a time setter in there, otherwise he could potentially have been further up the grid as well, but only in the 2nd race in silver Alhan is, and let's see what he can do then from the 5th row of the grid then. Right, here we go then. This is the race itself then. This is what you've all came to see, isn't it? The race, and hopefully we still have most cars with all their bits on by the end of the first lap. But I got to say, the last sort, they got to navigate themselves through last source and then up a Rouge and through Radion there. It's very difficult. Very difficult, isn't it, to survive those corners on the opening lap? But we'll find, but of course, then we'll find out what these guys can do then. So then, as we're now into the session, I've got to say it's a lot better than it was this time yesterday. Well, in the gold race anyway, because it was pouring down with rain. The track was absolutely saturated. Here today is a beautiful sunny afternoon in Spa, in Belgium, and the cars are now just getting themselves ready for the race itself. Then, and we're just seeing what kind of strategies they're going on. Then, of course, all the guys in the top 10 are locked on the tires, which they set their fast time in Q2, but after that it's anyone's ball game. They can use whatever tires they like, but of course so you have to use 2 types of compound, so you can't have medium because I think that'd be too simple, wouldn't it? So if you're going on medium, you must use soft or hard after that then. So 15 cars is going to navigate themselves around this Belgian Grand Prix, and we've lost everyone as they've all just done their best Houdini act there. Anyway then, let's go for it then. Let's take a look to see what is going on. 15 cars around this magnificent Spa-Francorchamps circuit. Round 4 of ALR Silver Season 1, and Glock at the moment is the only man to ever score pole position in ALR Silver so far. He's 4 for 4, fantastic 4, brilliant stuff, and he is on pole position then for the Belgian Grand Prix alongside on row 1 is F1 2019 once again then, exactly the same basically I think that's exactly the same front row we've had for the 3 of the 4 races as well. Lesnar in 3rd position, brilliant stuff. Hunter in 4th. We had a cracking Monaco Grand Prix. Todd once again showing some pace on one lap. Can he get some race results in now? Ghost in 6th position there in the Williams. So we've got YBR is 7th in the Racing Point. Forza is 8th in the Renault. 9th position is Beefy. 10th position is Alhan in the Haas in his 2nd race. 11th position is Serious Mushroom. 12th position is Van Dorn. He was the first man to go into the wall. It's Radion there. 13th position is Razor in the Ferrari. 14th is Double. And 15th is Kingdom there. Kingdom has probably got a default setup on, so that car might feel very horrible, especially when these cars are full of fuel. We're on board then with Razor, and he's the only man on the hard compound tyre. Everyone else has gone for soft or medium tyres. So soft tyres for Van Dorn, for FIFA, for Ghost and Todd. Everyone else is on the medium tyre then. So watch those guys fly off the start then. Of course then the soft tyres are stickier. They will give you more grip, more purchase off the start line. So of course then I think that is so watch them fly. That is what they aim for. They aim to make up as many positions as they can off the start. 22 laps around this Belgian Grand Prix. We're on board with Hunter at the moment then. He is in 4th position then. And I got to say, this is going to be a cracking race, isn't it? As they just coming out to Blanchimont now. You can see weaving left and right then. It sounds like looks like they're trying a bit of fun out there, doesn't it? Of course, they're heat engineers. They're the fastest heat engineers here tonight as they're trying to get their tyres up to temperature. They're trying to keep their brakes at an optimal pressure as well. And they've got to keep the engine cooling down as well. There's a lot of things they had to think about on this formation lap. It's not just a bit of fun before the race. This is very serious stuff then. And we are now getting ready. Then we're on board Kingdom then, as it's 2 days in a row. Then he'll be here in Belgium as he's just navigating the bus stop chicane then. So he is the final man on the grid in 15th position then. And this is the car for some lovely shot of Glock there. Wow, nice. I love that. And a good beautiful shot here. This is the scene from that source, and you can see all the cars are in position now and ready to get going. And we got 5 sets of lights come on. When we'll be racing in Belgium, and you can see Glock's car is pointing quite seriously to the right hand side to cover off F1 2019, and the lights are out, and we'll be going Belgium now. And it's a good start. A lot of wheel spin now. Good cracking start from Andrews at the 4th position already. Then as they come down to the last Allosaurus. Glock has got a bit wide under the so you can see there's oh, I'm not sure, is that a Red Bull with no wing there? I'm not sure, I didn't see any end plates there on that Red Bull of Lesnar, but he is through then. Hunter in 4th position, YBR's made up a couple of minutes already, he's up to 5th position as they come up to Old Rouge, and then Randy on there, and who's on that's Lesnar gone wide there, but they're okay as they come through and they're all surviving the first, oh no, doubles, come on Crawford, and he's in the wall, and I think he touched Kingdom there. Did Kingdom get any damage there? He's okay, Kingdom is, that was very lucky there, but unfortunately, oh my goodness me, there's been a contact at the top of the hill, that's F1 2019, F1 2019's had a problem there, and I think Hunter has as well, Hunter's left possession there, it's all gone awry at the top of the hill, I'm not sure what's happened there, and now Hunter's car is ghosting, Alhan has gone off the track, and F1 2019 from second on the grid has dropped down, I'm not sure what happened there, we was looking at double there, and that's not good at all, is that Forza is now with the first position, he's got by again, there's damage on the Red Bull of Lesnar, whoa, and Todd there just forced his way through, and Lesnar went flying off the track there, and my goodness me, oh my goodness me, and now he's gone in the path of FIFA, and wow, this is an adventurous start to the Belgium Grand Prix, now the Mercedes on the Haas there, almost coming to blows as well, and that chicane there, Lesnar is dropping down the field, unfortunately he's damaged to his front wing there, isn't he, so he's going to be really struggling there, isn't he, and we've also got Serious Mushroom there, who is on the back of Razor and Serious Mushroom are flying through. Oh my goodness me. And they're side by side as they come through, blows them all there. This is incredible stuff. Look, there's also a Haas on the Mercedes side by side as well. My goodness me. As they come into the bus stop chicane to complete the first lap. And wow. Oh, it's as Alhan there is made slight contact there. Glock is at the fast lap of the race. And you can see that wheel to wheel. It's Alhan in F1 2019. This is a fantastic scrap there. F1 2019 all the way down 9th position. I'm not sure up in there. Hunter has had all kinds of issues there. 5-second penalty there for Lesnar for speeding in the pit lane as his race has got seriously compromised already, hasn't it? So double in the pits. Lesnar in the pits as well as Alhan in F1 2019 was getting squeezed there. So they come up Eau Rouge. Let's get on board with Alhan. F1 2019 drifted slightly wide there, but they're all fine. As I'm just keeping an eye on the Radion because that seems to be where he actually. So into the pits there comes Double then. So he's changing his front wing. He's gone onto the soft compound tires. Double has, and also we got Lesnar who is on the medium tire as well then. So Glock leads by 2 seconds there from YBR in second position. Third position is Forza. VTOD in fourth at the moment. Ghost is in fifth. FIFA 6. Van Dorn in seventh. His teammate F1 2019 is 8th position. Alhan 9th position. 10th position is Serious Mushroom. Razor 11th. 12th position is King Zone. Hunter dropped down 9 positions for 11 positions there for Lesnar. I'm not sure what happened there, but as a Van Dorn there. Van Dorn letting his teammate through. So yeah, a bit of gamesmanship here going on the Mercedes team then, and I think that Van Dorn thought that his teammate was a lot quicker and has let his teammate through and to challenge for higher grid positions. Van Dorn hasn't scored a point yet, has he? I think he's been unlucky so far this season. So let's see what he can do. In the remainder of this race. Then we've got 20 more laps to go around here. This is a long old race. This one is. So I hope you're all settled in. Glock at the moment has settled into an incredible lead after only 2 laps. He's almost 3 seconds in front of YBR who's second, but YBR has got a I gotta say he's got challengers lining up, hasn't he? He's got Forza, he's got VTOD Ghost as well in there. This is gonna be cracking. We're on board Serious Mushroom at the moment then, as he is just matching Alhan at the moment, who is in 9th position as they come through then to complete the second lap here. Glock is setting up fast lap of the race. Then we got YBR, and YBR is now dropped it down. Oh, he's ghosted, and I think I was looking for Todd then, because he would have damaged his front wing. Forza is up in the second position. Fantastic drive from Forza. Hunter is back in the session then, so Hunter's back in, but unfortunately he's got a lot of work to do there from down in the 12th, 13th position there, but let's see what he can do. My goodness me, that's incredible. It's the come up as a Van Dorn, as Alhan as well, who's also batting away. Ghost is pulling out from the back of Todd. He's going up the inside into lane car. Where is he? Wow! And Todd still keeps the position. Incredible stuff. As a FIFA there is just keeping tabs to see what's going on. Forza is leading these group of cars at the moment. It's they're battling all the way for second position. Look at the back of Van Dorn there. It's out an almighty battle there, isn't he? With Alhan, incredible stuff, Ben. So at the moment, the soft tires, VTOL, Ghost, and FIFA. Then let's see how long these tires can last for, and also Van Dorn on the soft tire as well in 9th position. Everyone else is on the medium. Razor's on the hard in the Ferrari. Then so they fly through Puyol there, and they come out now. Then as they come out now, as Ghost Recon is just keeping tabs on VTOL mode. Then so we've got an incredible. This is going to be an incredibly intense battle, isn't it? F1 2019 they're down in 7th position. We're not sure what happened there at the beginning of the. Well, the first time coming up to Lake Com there, It really hasn't helped for F1 2019 at all, has it? And he has dropped down into 7th position there. We're on board for F1 2019 now then, and can he navigate himself back? He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to keep up, if he wants to keep his 100% record of being on the podium in every single race as he flies through Blanchimont then. Hunter is 11 seconds back. Remember, he's just rejoined this race. VTOD is battling away with YVR, and YVR has still got the position then, and incredible stuff there. But now Ghost is now on the inside, the outside, going into last source hairpin, and as they come down into turn 1 then, and where's the Ferrari? He's there at the moment then, as a Ghost there is just keeping tabs, and oh my goodness me, they're going side by side as they're going up to the run to Eau Rouge. I'm going to have to hope for the pillow on this. No, he's still Lionel turn around, Force has got 3-second penalties, they go on the hill, and look at this then as they fall up for McLaren and flying through there, and he is not concerned about track limits at all, is he? As F1 2019 is had a problem there, we've got a yellow flag as what's happened in the background, as that's a Mercedes, that's F1 2019, he's had a problem, there's damage to the car, he's retired from the race. F1 2019's 100% podium record is gone up in smoke here today, here in Belgium. That's incredible stuff. VTOD is dropping down the order as well. VTOD has dropped down the order and he's trying to go back on the inside. F1 2019 is there for session. The Ferrari is up the inside of FIFA. He is through and up into 5th position then, so we've lost for F1 2019 already in this race, unfortunately then. He was on the front row and it just hasn't gone well for him, has it, as they come through Pouillon once again then, and this incredible Glock is now 5 seconds in front of Forza. Forza's a second in front of YBR, and then it's anyone's guess for the YBR. It's incredible battling, isn't it, up and down the field, and it's very intense, isn't it? Kingdom was only 2 seconds away from this battle as well, as he was started right at the back there, but yeah, he's in 10th position now then, and on course to get some points then, as it stands at the moment then. On board VTOL at the moment, we're in the McLaren, and you can see up in front there's the Ferrari, FIFA, Beefy, and in front of us is a Ghost Recon doing a cracking job in 4th position there. Oh my goodness me, VTOL there from nowhere, and he is through and up into 5th position there. Wow, that was from a different time zone there from VTOL, but now FIFA is back through, and VTOL is now in 6th position then. Oh my goodness me, I'm not sure if that was misjudged a braking point or if that was a lunge, but well, it was a lunge, but I'm not sure if it was an intentional lunge. On board with Ahan at the moment, he is just following VTOL then as he come up into Radion then, as you can see. Look at the cars, you feel the cars, don't you? It's whether they're going to spin off or not, it's kind of a lottery every time you go through there. It does depend on the setup, doesn't it? As Glock said in the oh, come on, because VTOL there comes from out on the inside. You got a yellow flag, that's a Ferrari off in the background, and VTOD and FIFA there just almost coming together. And it's Razor who's out of form there, and whoa, almost there, and Hunter almost being collected there. There's also VTOD there is Razor just recovering there. Also, there's a bar here then, and my goodness me, look at them all, and who's that serious mushroom who's got into the battle as well. Van Dorn in the background as well. Kington was only a second away from this as well. This is an incredible battle. My goodness me, I could not keep up with this action at the moment, and FIFA is now 2 seconds away from Ghost Recon as all those shenanigans is going on. Razor has dropped down in 12th position as it stands at the moment, but he's on the hard tires, and I'm wondering if that's probably compromised his strategy now, hasn't it, because of what's going on there, so that's a shame now. We're on board then with VTOD once again, and FIFA at the moment, there is a bit of a cork in this ball at the moment, isn't he, as he's found himself in front of the queue now, hasn't he, and he is 2 seconds away from Ghost, who is in at 4th position. But look at this queue, this is incredible. There's Van Dorn in the background as well in the Mercedes as they fly through Blanchimont then, and let's see if VTOD, remember, had an incredible battle, an incredible dive up there a minute ago, didn't he? Well, last lap then, coming through then to complete a lap 5 then in this race, and Forza is now being hunted down by YBR and Ghost Recon. We've also got FIFA and VTOD also battling away as well in this incredible start to this incredible race. And look in the back, look at the wall in the back. There's a 4-car battle there, isn't there? Between FIFA, VTOD, Ahan, and Serious Mushroom as they come out to Eau Rouge once again. Then and look at this, and as they we're just seeing what's happening. Look at those guys in the background, they're so close, aren't they? And now we'll keep an eye on this because Ghost Recon is pulled on from the slipstream. He's on the soft compound tires. He is through it. Laycom, is he? No, he has a YBR. Is amazing on the brakes up there. Fantastic race in there. And he is still in third position. YBR has got an amazing touch on that brake pedal up there. Fantastic stuff indeed there. FIFA is still in a fifth position, but with Viton and Ahan there really pushing him, trying to push him into a mistake, isn't he? And doing a but FIFA is doing a brilliant job of just repelling this defence at the moment, isn't he? Razor's in the pits and he's good for an set of medium tires. Is he going to be able to get the end on the medium tires? As a mighty big ass. Ghost Recon's got a 3-second penalty. I got to say, penalties so far, they've been very well behaved for penalties, haven't they? Coming through Puyol now is you can see in the background. There is Kingto in the background now, just keeping tabs on what is occurring in front of him at the moment. And I've got to say, it's an incredible battle that's occurring at the moment. Brilliant stuff as well. Forza's dropped into the clutches of YBR now. So we got now a 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth, and we got FIFA, Viton, Ahan, and Cirrus Mushroom, and Van Doorn all battling away then in this battle for fifth position. What it is technically for. Wow, incredible start to this brilliant Belgian Grand Prix. Glock has just pulled away. He's 8 seconds in front now. 8.8 seconds in front Glock is at the moment. And I've got to say, it's Glock is really showing some speed out there, isn't he, in the here today. So really Glock has now covered himself from any eventuality of what the guys did behind him in terms of strategy and things like that. But don't forget, I think we had 2 safety cars last time, and a virtual safety car as well. So that would definitely throw a spanner in the works if we have a safety car. And that would really help the likes of Double, Razor, Lesnar and Hunter are down out of the points position at the moment, as they had a bit of a disappointing start into this Belgian Grand Prix. Then once again Ghost is on the Kemmel straight then, and once again he is gaining on the racing point. He pulls from out the slipstream, and YBR is great on the brakes there, isn't he? Once again then we got a bit of contact there, and now they both go over the grass there. Well, no, over the tarmac there, and wow. So yeah, they both make contact. YBR got a 3-second penalty for that, as it was very similar to Hill and Schumacher back in '95 there, wasn't it? As they came together and Vital there, getting a lot of understeer there, isn't he? Those soft tires are holding up pretty nice at the moment. Alhan at the moment though is on the medium tires, isn't it? On one of those medium tires, they're going to be in much better condition, I think, than the soft tires. Perhaps, as we're just dropping down the hill then, and you can see Vital there is just about got a car's length advantage over Alhan at the moment. Only just then, as the guys are now starting to spread out slightly. As FIFA Beefy just in front of us, Double's got a 3-second penalty. FIFA Beefy is starting to stretch his legs out slightly. But we've also got Ghost Recon, who is really it's a YBR there, almost. I think it was YBR. It was one of them that was on the gravel there. I thought if it was YBR though, Ghost Recon would be a bit more up his exhaust point. But my goodness me, wow, fantastic stuff. As we're just now watching Ghost Recon now, he's coming. Is he coming? Oh, he's not quite close enough though. And at the moment then, YBR has still got the advantage over Ghost then. And there's a McLaren in the pits. Todd is in the pits then. He's had enough of those soft compound tires. What tires is going to go on? Is he going to go on the medium tires from here? That is going to be the question, isn't it? As they come through La Source then. Once again then, as Forza there has had a reprieve for as well, as he's now gone back up to 1.1 seconds in the battle for second. Glock is just starting to fly away there. Look at that, that's an incredible shot, isn't it? They fly over there. Vital is on the medium compound tires. He's coming on the pits now in a 3-second. Oh my goodness me! That was getting very elbow. He was at the top of the hill. Where is it? Oh no! They've made contact, and unfortunately had a rubbish hold up. Oh, and he's come back on the track there, and he's got to Ghost Recon there, just trying to get back on the track safely there. We had a rubbish camera angle there. Apologies about that, folks. We couldn't really see what was going on there. But yeah, unfortunately, YBR and Ghost there coming to blows there. And unfortunately, I hope YBR might be okay, but Ghost certainly isn't. He's dropped down to 9th position there. And that is very disappointing indeed, isn't it? On board Serious Mushroom Ghost teammate. He's in 6th position now. But yeah, that is unfortunate. That's not how we wanted to go there, going up to Laycom then. Razor's got a 3-second penalty when Vital there is come out in 11th position then, just behind his teammate, 2 seconds behind his teammate in fact then. Let's see what he do then. That undercut that might pay a huge amount of dividends later on in this race. Definitely indeed there, because Vital's starting on soft tires. He's on the medium tire now, isn't he? Should I get into the end of the race? It's going to be very difficult from there though. That's the only downside. Of course, the undercut there is a short-term gain, but what about the long-term gain? That is going to be the question. Is he going to Is he pitted too early, and is those tires going to last to the end then? I don't think a two-stop strategy is going to be very quick around here. I think it needs to be a one-stop really if you want to be competitive. FIFA is in the pits then for the Ferrari team, so the soft compound tires are coming, soft compound runners are coming in the pits. Van Dorn is carrying on, Van Dorn is carrying on, and the Kingdom there just keeping tabs at the moment, isn't he? Kingdom is, as he is going later on in this race as well then. So Serious Motion then is now all over the back of ALR then, as ALR has been involved in some cracking battles, hasn't he? We're keeping an eye on Ghost as he is still in the pits at the moment. As also in the pits as well is Ghost Recon. So Ghost Recon coming in the pits. Well, unfortunately he was battling. Well, he was battling and cracking battle, but he's just dropped right down the order, hasn't he? That is disappointing. That's disappointing in his own right. Serious Mushroom there is having a look at Elhad. They're going up to Lake Cobb then. Serious Mushroom takes fourth position, passes the Haas driver, and is through. Van Dorn now is under some serious pressure from Kingdom. Hunter is on the medium tires. He's up to 8th position. Got yellow flag because Lesnar is out of the race then. Lesnar who was in for a position, unfortunately it's just not going right. Safety car in this race then, and that's a big old smash there coming out for that is the Red Bull torn off the front of the car. He is out of this race. Oh no, that's such a shame then for the Red Bull driver. And this is interesting. Double's already rolling the dice, hasn't he? So he's coming in the pits. He wants a new fresh set of tyres, and of course this is not what Glock wanted. He had a massive 15-second lead, didn't he, before the safety car came out. So Double coming in the pits then. He is going on the hard tyres, and that should get him to the end of the race. I wonder if Double could have put on a set of medium tyres there. So Glock then, so I think that they will all be coming in the pits now then, really, as this going to be interesting for the soft compound runners, isn't it? Because the soft runners going to be able to get to the end from there. I know a lot of you are probably shouting at your screens like, of course they will, but I'm wondering, I wonder if they will. Though that is the question, isn't it? We're on board with Glock then, so he's coming into the pits then, or is he going to go on the hard tires? So that of course, that's another eventuality, isn't it? Of course, they could go onto the hard tire and safely get to the end. And what about warm up? He is on the hard tires. Love the shot here from the Red Bull mechanics. They're beautiful. I love it. And also into the pits then is Forza as well. YBR is in the pits then, and I think that this Serious Mushroom is carrying on then. So Serious Mushroom is carrying on then, but I think Glock is still getting out in front. Serious Mushroom is carrying on then. And so we got, look at this, we got a queue of cars in. Forza's coming in and out, and we've also got Kingzo in the background as well then. So this is very interesting stuff indeed then. Is they're all going on to the hard compound tire by the looks then. So yeah, I think it is hard tires out until the end of race. Kingzo is going on to the soft compound tires. So we expect some fireworks from Kingzo. Alhan out on the hard tires. So VTOD is on the medium tire, isn't he? So VTOD coming out of the pits is already came in the pits a couple of laps ago. I wonder if he was tempted to change his strategy as well. FIFA also on the medium tires in the Ferrari. Ghost Recon there is just going. It's going to get out in front of Hunter. Look, Hunter's out in front of it, so that's how much time Ghost has lost there after that battle that he's had there with YBR. He's dropped right down to 11th position there. Ghost has then, and he's on the medium tire as well then. Erasar also on the medium tire, and Ghost on the hard tire then. So let's take stock then. We're on lap 10 out of 22. We got 12 more laps to go then. So we got a mixture of strategy out there, and this safety car probably. I think this is not really what Glock wanted, but nonetheless, so it's going to really spice up the race, isn't it, for us? It was already spicy as it was then, so we've now got so it's now in two parts then. So we've had our first part, this is our second part now, so hold on to your hats everyone, this is going to be fantastic, isn't it? So as you can see, the Burnt Mine landed there, making the pair, so I think they've had a patch update, so we do see the safety car a lot more now. So yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting stuff, isn't it? So of course, Glock there going for a race win in ALR Silver. He has been incredible, hasn't he? He's the only man to be on pole position in ALR Silver's history. Brilliant stuff, isn't he? And he's also won the first two races there as well. Didn't have a very good race in Monaco, but he's back with a vengeance here in Belgium. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then just taking a quick look. We've also got Chucky. Have a good one, Ginge. It's fun to watch your stream. Thanks, Chucky. And also Ghost saying he needs to be black flagged. I think that's the comment of the Racing Point driver, as they did come to blows at the top of Lake Com there. So it was we had a rubbish camera angle really, so I can't really make too much of a comment on that because we was on the side, we was on the right hand side, on board on the right hand side of the Williams there, so we couldn't see what was going on and where YBR was, unfortunately. But Yeah, I think that would definitely be investigated after the race. I have no doubt about that. So we've got 13 cars left. Then out of the 15 that started, we've lost two big names in this race. We've lost F1 2019, who was on the front row, and Lesnar, who was on third. He was third on the grid as well. So those two names, and unfortunately, have had to bow out of this race. Then, and that's a huge shame, isn't it? As a Ghost Recon and Hunter, they're really exchanging the positions there. Hunter would be quiet for this, because he ghosted, didn't he, after the first lap there, and it really just dropped down the order, didn't he? So he's got a reprieve in this race, so he is back up in the 10th position now. Then let's see what he can do there from 10th position. And can he get back and score some decent points for McLaren, for the McLaren team? Ghost, can he get himself back into this race after all the problems he's had there at Lake Con, which is such a shame now, because Ghost was on a fantastic race. Razor is in and out of the pits. He's on the medium tyre now, and that is going to the end. And Serious Mushroom's done 10 laps on those medium tyres, so I wonder if that is going to be if Razor's going to be able to get to the end. Then that is the question. Double at the moment then is on the hard tyres. He is definitely going to the end of the race, and of course he made that strategy switch not so long ago. So then we're on lap 11 then. Hopefully a safety car be in at the end of this lap, because I think we love the fact that it's now bunched up the field. Now then we want to get back racing. Then we've only got 11 laps of this race, everyone. So it's been a frantic opening in a couple of races. Hopefully there's no damage there. Of course, in the safety cars, in virtual safety cars, we seem to have a lot of incidents beyond the safety cars, don't we? Of course, it's very easy actually to steam into the back of someone. So you don't really want to be damaged your front wing too much, do you? Well, you don't want to be damaged your front wing at all, really, do you? Anyway then, so let's quickly then go through who's doing what then. Hard tyres for Glock, medium tyres for Serious Mushroom. He hasn't pitted, Serious Mushroom hasn't. He's got track position, but he's on the wrong tyres in terms of the tyre life. We got Forza, who's on hard tyres, YBR on hard tyres as well. We have got V Todd on 3 lap old medium tyres, hard tyres for Alhan as well. Medium tyres for Van Doren, he's done 1 lap. Kingdom on the soft tyres, watch out for Kingdom, he's going to be in an attack of mood, isn't he? We got hard tyres for medium tyres for Beefy. He's done 2 laps on those medium tyres. Hard tyres for Hunter. This safety car has worked out beautifully well for the likes of Hunter. Ghost Recon 2 laps on his tyres. Razor, another man who'll be happy with the safety car. Medium tyres. He's just got fitted a new set of boots. And also we got Double, who is on the 2 lap old hard tyres as well. Then. So we're now waiting for that magical. There it is. We are waiting for that magical message there. That's it. And the safety car is in now. Glock is the pace car. He takes over control of the pace. Then when is he going to go? Then there's Bert Mylander zooming off in the foreground. So it's now Glock. Then he is going to control the pace. When is he going to drop the hammer down? And when are we going to get this race back started? Then that is the question. Then. I know, I love that shot. It's a beautiful shot, isn't it? And you can see, look at all the cars that are behind there. Of course, Glock had about a 15-second lead approximately before that safety car came out then, so he's going to have to do all that work all over again there. As he has gone, I think he has gone, and he's really dropped Mushroom there, hasn't he? So Mushroom there has been caught napping there, because he's already taken a second out. So we're back green here in Belgium, and here we go then. Oh, look at that, that's a McLaren off in the background already. That's Todd. Todd is facing the wrong way, and he's coming back on the track now. Oh no, all of Todd's hard work has come to nothing, and that's a shame then. So then there's Todd there. I'm not sure if he got big contact, or just had a bit too much wheel spin. And so now they're coming up to Radical Rouge, and here they are then. So here's Serious Mushroom. He's done 11 laps on those medium tyres then, and they fly through then. Let's take a look to see, is everyone going through then? They are at the moment then. Ferrari, then we got Hunter, then we got Ghost, then Razor, Double, and also Todd there, unfortunately right at the back then. Look at this barrier, this the battle for second. Forza having a look there, but the Mushroom was holding his ground, holding his line. He wasn't going to be thrown off the tarmac, was he? From Forza, and he is still away. Oh, Glock getting a bit squirrely over there, isn't he? And you can see we dropped down the hill now. Serious Mushroom there has actually got a second. Forza and Serious Mushroom got a second gap over YBR. YBR didn't have the most impressive starts getting away there, was he? But wow, but that's definitely. That's definitely a reprieve at the moment, but I'm wondering how long that's going to be for, because those medium tyres, I think, are not going to last. I'm wondering if he's trying to get to a decent lap, then going on to the soft tyres. Serious Mushroom is. Unfortunately thing for that problem is that he's going to have to Yeah, he's going to, he's got the field has all been bunched up, hasn't it? That's what I meant to say. And look at this, now they're starting to bunch up. We're on board with Kingdom, and you can see we've got a bit of a train forming now. There they are. Look at this then. There you're going nose to tail now. I've got to say up the Camel Straight, that's going to look very juicy indeed there. There's a FIFA in the background as well. There's a Kingdom on the soft tires. I think he needs to make progress now whilst those tires are soft. Well, they are soft, but whilst those tires are in the window per se, Alhan there is less than 10%. That's what less than 10% looks like in an F1 car. Look at them all. They're incredibly close here in Belgium. I've got to say, it's a bit about quality tonight, hasn't it? My goodness me. There's been action for these guys. It's so close in the midfield and silver. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Similar to Formula 1 2014, where Mercedes seems to be, we had like 2 or 3 top drivers, and then the rest was all just duking it out, and that's what we're having here tonight. Then we come up to Eau Rouge once again. Then Alhan is Alhan's just sticking behind. That's a Ferrari. Wow! In the slipstream, he's through. FIFA beefy. My goodness me. Oh, yellow flag. Who's that? That's a Williams. It's Ghost is off the track there. We got Viton in double, also going to the Camel Straight as well. Ghost Recon is all falling apart here in Belgium. What a shame there. Yellow flag in front of us. Well, I think it's for Ghost actually. Viton is now in pass double, moved up into 11th position then. Unfortunately for Ghost there, it's all just gone horribly wrong, hasn't it, in this race then. Back with his battle here. It's been an incredible battle, hasn't it? FIFA beefy. Where did that pace come from? Fantastic stuff. But look at this. Kingdom wants to come back at him as they come down to Puyol now. And once again then, FIFA beefy is still there, isn't he? I can't say that Ferrari. It's very quick at the Camel Straight. My goodness me. And what is going on here? Wow. It is it is YBR defending for all he's worth from Alhan, who's 5th position. Well, this is Alpine Serious Mushroom. Serious Mushroom needs to gap as much as possible as I thought Van Dorn be on there. Van Dorn now is doing a cracking job as well then in that 6th position, and they fly through Paul Ferrand. And look at this, this is going to get very tasty indeed. We're on board with the Mercedes driver. Alhan is just in front of us. YBR then is struggling for straight line speed by the looks of that. Force India, sorry, Racing Point, and he's coming onto the bus stop chicane now. But once again, YBR is doing a cracking job in terms of, oh, they've made contact. There's been a contact there. Glock set the fast all the way into the pits. Comes Serious Mushroom. His tires, he's only done a couple of laps there, and DRS has been enabled now then, so this is going to help these guys back. Forza's back up in the 2nd position. 3rd position is YBR. Alhan in 4th position, 5th position Van Dorn, FIFA, Kingdom, Hunter, Razor, Viton, Serious Mushroom in the pits. He's on the soft tires, so watch him. He could be I thought I seen a Ferrari there. I thought I seen a side by side. Look at that, FIFA is flying up that Camel Straight. That's amazing. FIFA is once again, that's incredible camera work. Look at this, there's the Mercedes dropping down into 6th position then. And I must say, that FIFA beefy is flying up there, isn't he? He's got some speed. Oh, Kingdom there is just, oh, damage! And that's damage on the Kingdom Toro Rosso then. And I think he was just trying to see, I think he was just trying to poke his nose in, and that's damage now for Kingdom. And he's gonna have real bad understeer, isn't he? How bad is the damage there? It's the end plate that's gone then. Can he live with it, Kingdom? Or is that going to be the end of his battle here in the points? If he comes in the pits now, he will drop right down the field. He'll be behind Serious Mushroom, I think, and in between, well, he'll be in front of Ghost though. So unfortunately, Ghost there is just it's really a cracking race. It's gone really horribly wrong in the second half of the race, hasn't it, here in Belgium? What a shame for a Ghost. Look in the background, that's Hunter there, who is rolled over the gearbox of Kingdom. Now Kingdom's the damage to the front wing there is already starting to hurt him. He's already 8/10 of a second back from Van Dorn then, as you can see then. And there's a Force there. I think he's happy with life at the moment. Here comes Alhan then, who's of course only in the 2nd race, and my goodness me, he's having a cracking race today, isn't he? He had a good race in Monaco. He's had a brilliant storming race here today, and he's unlucky once again then. But of course he tapped YBR's rear end there as on the last lap then. Kingdom going wide then. His Kingdom is Serious Mushroom has got past a double and has moved up into 11th position then. And look in the background there, he got a yellow flag in 2, and that's one. The Williams is off in the back. I think it's Ghost, and up the inside is Hunter. He is through and past Kingdom and moved himself up into 7th position. And we're on board there in Kingdom then, and we can see then Hunter there is starting to pull away then. Look at this. This is going to be the understeer on the Toro Rosso then, and whoa, that's a Ferrari off in the back. That's Razor! Razor's off in the background there. I think that he's damaged the... Oh my goodness me, who's that? That's V-Tot there, taking evasive action there. Razor has just damaged it. I'm not sure if he's damaged the car. I've seen something come off the track, and there's all sorts of shit happening. Oh my goodness me, look at this. There's Front Press King's always got one. FIFA and Hunter is also falling away as well. Yellow flag in 1 and 2. Oh, Hunter's coming to the side of it. There's debris all over the show. Razor's retired from the session. Hunter's trying to get back on the track there, and it was getting very messy down there indeed. Hunter is just trying to recover there. Double is also in the facility as well. I'm not sure who's Hunter got damaged. He hasn't got damaged, but he's lost a lot of positions. The Kingdom's got damage. That's an awful lot of damage on the Toro Rosso then, and he is dropping down the order then. FIFA is still in 5th position. Alhan in 4th. Van Dorn has moved up into third, the 4th position there. Van Dorn has, and what went on there? I have no idea what went on there. As we're looking at Razor, who was pointing the wrong way, coming out of Radion there. And that is a lot of damage on the that's a lot of damage there on the Toro Rosso there, as Hunter is just trying to get through, just trying to get past Kingdom when he does then, and Kingdom is left for session there, so that's a shame for Kingdom. He is out of this Belgian Grand Prix, unfortunately. Back at this battle here. The gap at the front is 5.2 seconds between Glock and Forza, and that is I think that Glock has a lot of pace here tonight, doesn't he? And then we've got YBR in the 3rd position there in the racing point. And then we got Van Dorn, who is in 4th position. Incredible drive from Van Dorn. Say Alhan there was in 4th position. I don't even know what went on there, but there was a lot that was going on there. V-Tot is back at the 7th, and this race seems to be keeps changing, doesn't it, over what's going on out there. Really incredible stuff. Yellow flag in 1, because Serious Mushroom is gone from the race, and that's right in the middle of the track there. Hunter had to take evasive action, and we got a virtual safety car, and look at that. That is a big smash there for the Williams team, and a Ghost Recon can potentially get some points here today, as Kingdom is in the same boat as he was last night. Of course, Kingdom will be up at the 10th position, but unfortunately he is not in his car, so will not be getting any points. He needs to join the session to get back in his car and get some points then. So as Glock is leading, and we've got virtual safety cars, so that means that they're all key. They all have to match the Delta. Well, no, we don't. We're back race again, and Van Dorn is off the track. Van Dorn is off the track at the pulley on there, and I'm thinking, he's all right. He's all right, but he's dropped down from 4th to 6th there. What a shame there for the Mercedes driver there. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, he just got going again, and he was facing the wrong way, coming down the fast left-hander. Incredible stuff here in this Belgian Grand Prix. It seems to be all falling on his head there. There's drama after drama in this race. We've got 6 laps to go. Anything could happen in this race. Glock there has got a 6.5 second lead from Forza second. Forza's got a 3 second advantage over YBR in 3rd position. Alhan is 4th with FIFA Beefy in 5th position. That Beefy has definitely got a lot of grunt behind him. I've seen that Ferrari. He flies up the hill, doesn't it? As all Glock there is having a look there, but yeah, that was quite a long way back there. It was getting very tense there. I thought they've good job with brake where it did. Otherwise, that would have been a damaged front wing there for Todd there. And of course, Todd is in the points there. Both McLaren's in the points then. And we're on board with FIFA as we're coming up the hill then. And I gotta say, it's starting to claim some victims now, isn't it? And later as this race goes on, the tyre wear is now starting to become a problem then. We're on board then with Todd, and they comes through Radion as well, and just keeping an eye to see what if these drivers make it, really. That's the question at the moment. FIFA's now got, you can see FIFA was over. He's gained so much time at the top of the hill there. FIFA is it's got a lot of straight lines for in that Ferrari. He's doing a cracking job today. FIFA is, and I've got to say, it's very scary as well, isn't it, about his speed. Really impressive stuff indeed. We're on board then with FIFA. He's coming out of the corner with no name, and he is now 8 tenths of a second back. Then if he gets within the facility of like this gap now, coming up to Rouge and for Radion, as Razor has left the session now, unfortunately he's out of the race. Then if he gets in the facility, if he gets under a second of Alhan, I reckon he'd be just breezing by then. YBR is now fallen to the clutches of Alhan once again. Then this is going to be a very tense affair into the final stage of the race. And Van Dorn is dropped out of contention now in 6th position, but V-Todd and Hunter are going to be very much interested in that 6th position for Van Dorn. And I think this is where our eyes needs to be focused on, and it's this battle for the final podium. This is going to be very tense indeed then, as Darren saying can't catch a freaking break in this race. Well, a bit unfortunate there, wasn't it? Now it's come through the bus stop chicane and accelerated away there. Now look at how quickly they've gained up on each other. Yeah, YBR there is, I gotta say, YBR seems to be under attack from all angles in this race, and he's still in third position. That's fantastic driving from YBR. And whilst Darren tries to catch a break, I try to catch my breath. Impressive stuff, Ben, in this Belgium Grand Prix. He's within half a second of FIFA is saying, can he stick with Alhan then? He's so quick up here, and we're on board with him now. And I think he's, I wonder if he's doing a bit of harvesting on this lap there, because he's not all over the back of him. Alhan is all over the back of YBR, saying, come up to Laycombe, and and YBR there is just turning in there. He's got another penalty there, and now FIFA's up in the fourth position there. And fifth position is Alhan there. YBR there is robust defending up into as a Van Doorn dropped on sixth position. Robust defending there for YBR going up there, and he's really I gotta say he's taking no prisoners at the top of the hill there, is he? Wow, incredible stuff. As we're on board then with Alhan then, as he is just dropping out. And FIFA Beefy has been fantastic. Ghost Recon is now in the points then for the Williams team. I do feel sorry for Ghost Recon. Oh, FIFA Beefy missing the apex there, and Alhan, that's definitely going to give Alhan a bit of encouragement there, isn't he, to try and get his fourth position back. And it's incredible Belgian Grand Prix then, as FIFA keeps this up. He can get driver of the day, get a podium and driver of the day, and I gotta say that is absolutely right. FIFA Beefy has been incredible today, hasn't he? I gotta say that car is absolutely slippery, isn't it? It's slippery as a devil, and but I think he needs to be a bit more slippery there, because Alhan is coming back. I'm in the Haas, isn't he? And this is I gotta say I gotta say it's been impressive, hasn't it? Now YBR there is it's now got fed off two drivers. One with seems to have a rocket strapped to that Ferrari, and that is FIFA. Yeah, I do agree. I think FIFA's done an absolutely incredible job here today. Definitely worth driver of the day. I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely concur. So Van Doorn is now just 2/10 of a second away from Todd. Then we're keeping on that, going up to Lake Com there. That is where I think that battle might end. As I hope it don't end. But I think that's where he might see the conclusion of that battle. We're on board the Ferrari end of FIFA. He is 7/10 of a second away at the moment. As you can see, he's gaining on YBR, but it's not enough as they come up to Lake Com. Then what about this battle here? Then Van Doorn has dropped back quite considerably when he was only 2/10 of a second away from V Todd going into last source. But unfortunately, Van Doorn dropped back. He's down in 7th position now in the Mercedes then. So, and this is what we want to see, isn't it? Lap 19 out of 22. This race has flown by in this race. Absolutely fantastic stuff. They come out of the corner of no name. Now they're dropping down the hill then. And as you can see then, coming through Pouillon once again then, as there's YBR. Look at this, and you can feel the Ferrari just inching closer onto the back of YBR. YBR, I gotta say, it's been very robust today, hasn't he? He's taken no prisoners in that battle for third position, and it's been a spectacular driving, and the gap in the front is now up to 10 seconds, or it was momentarily. Glock there race the two halves here today, hasn't he? I think he would have had a much bigger winning advantage, Glock has, if it wasn't for that safety car. But he's done everything that needs to be asked of him today, and he's going for win number 3 in his ALR silver career, and he's also going for the full house again of the Grand Slam of a pole position, fast lap, and the race win itself. I think he's had one so far, hasn't he? So he's going to have 2 in 4 races. Fantastic stuff. FIFA and YBR and Alhan are now going to be fighting. Who is going to get the final podium position then in this race? And we're going to find out in the next 3 laps. So I have no doubt about that. In the back of there is V Todd then, as he is just pulling away from Van Doorn now then, and now they're dropping down. And this is a much closer. FIFA is much closer now to YBR as we come up the hill then, as he doesn't want to be too close though, because we don't have the dirt yet. And whoa, incredible stuff there. And now look at him, he's gaining. YBR has got the fence, he's parked in the middle of the track there, and now FIFA Beefy is going on the inside. That yellow flag in free. It's the Williams there, and YBR there. Oh my goodness me, as once again there, YBR there just defending, as I gotta say, I wasn't looking at that, I was watching to see who was going off on the track map. It was Ghost, I think, having an issue there. I think it was coming out of Stavolo or Paul Ferreira. I think, I can't remember. It's down there somewhere. And we're back on board there with FIFA Beefy then, as he definitely has the speed, doesn't he? Going at the Camel straight then. I think he's got 2 more chances to get by. And that's what it's that's what he needs to do then. Well, he doesn't need to do it. Well, he would love to do it, I think. But YBR is going to definitely stop him here, isn't he? Incredible stuff indeed. So Glock is leading, Forza second, YBR in third position with FIFA fourth. And look at the understeer on that Ferrari. You can see that that's the dirty air coming from the back of that racing point. Fifth position is Alhan, and this is the battle we're focused on. Third, fourth, and fifth. Incredible! Look at up there, Lionel Stern, as they fly through Blanchimont. V Todd in sixth position. Van Dorn is seventh. Hunter is in eighth position. Double ninth, and Ghost is in 10th position. Then those are our classification runners at the moment. Those are the guys that are running this race. King's was retired from the race. Serious Mushroom out. Razor out. Also Lesnar and F1 2019 out of the race as well. What a shame then. As now we're on board then with Alhan as they come into last source. FIFA's gone very wide there, and that's going to encourage Alhan, isn't it? Alhan's on the hard tires. They should get to the end, no problem. FIFA's done 12 laps on the medium tire, and wonder if they're now starting to feel a bit uncomfortable there. We're on board then with Alhan as he is now causing a lot of pressure on FIFA. He is squeezing him. He is now going up the inside up to Lecom, and he is alongside but that Ferrari once again. We've lost Ghost. Ghost is out of the race. Alhan is up the inside, passes the FIFA Beefy and moves up into fourth position, and out of the race goes Ghost Recon. He will get a point now because Kingdom is not in the race unless he jumps in the car now. Yeah, what a shame then for Ghost there. I think he was having an absolutely cracking race, wasn't he, really? And it all came to a head of several laps ago, didn't it? Such a shame then for the Williams driver. Yeah, I think this is his best race in ALR up to this date. Impressive stuff indeed then. So what a shame that is. So back here then, it's YBR has still got a hold of that third position at the moment. I think FIFA's tyres might be starting to hit the cliff, Ben, as he is starting to drop back then. But he's had an absolutely outstanding race in the Ferrari now. He's going on the arsenal so far, FIFA is. A brilliant drive today, absolutely fantastic from FIFA. I would definitely say he's probably weren't in contention for drive today. Maybe Forza is as well. Brilliant stuff from Forza, absolutely fantastic stuff. And well, Glock as well has just been absolutely peerless, hasn't he, today? He's been incredible. A lot of hard luck stories out there today on Funcom. F1 2019 unfortunately seemed to have had a problem up a late com on the opening lap and retired from the race. Lesnar there, same way, he had problems on the opening lap as well. And Razor, who had a couple of trips into Radion there. Serious Mushroom also had a big old smash there as well. And Ghost Recon, who was battling for the podium positions, and unfortunately it's come to nothing in the end now, hasn't it? Final lap of this Belgian Grand Prix. Glock leads by 11 seconds there. Forza is in second. I've got to say, Forza's done a cracking job out of today. Really has. Impressive stuff. Now then, this is the last chance for Alhan, and you can see that I think he's turned it all up to the maximum. We're on board then with the Haas, and look at him. He's gaining. He's got out of the slipstream. He's back in the slipstream. He's back out of the slipstream. We're on board with the Haas driver. He takes first position. Where's YBR? YBR breaking so much there, and he takes a true across the grass, and oh no! And I got to say that's it's very interesting line there to take that from YBR, as he's really defended that defending the position for all he's worth here in that racing point. Wow, my goodness me, I thought that to be honest, he did I think he did overshoot the corner there and perhaps should have possibly given the position back maybe, but at the moment then YBR still has third position there. Oh, a lot of understeer there. That is the dirty air coming off the back of that racing point once again, and Alhan is now under the is now going to be feeling the pressure there from FIFA Beefy as they come up to the final up to the line then of what has been a spectacular Belgian Grand Prix. Glock for the third time in ALR Silver navigates the bus stop chicane, and he wins the Belgian Grand Prix. 3 in 4 races, fantastic, and Grand Slam as well. He's got fastest up for the race today. Glock, a brilliant drive once again, and he's back on top of the podium. 3 wins in 4 races, fantastic stuff. Forza coming through to finish in second position. A brilliant drive from Forza today, absolutely spectacular stuff, Ben. Third position then is who is it then? It is Alhan who finishes in third position then. Fourth position is FIFA Beefy. Cracking drive from FIFA Beefy today. Really good stuff then. YBR finishes fifth. V Todd 6th. Van Dorn 7th. Hunter in 8th position. Double's going to come through to score some points in 9th position then. And 10th position, I think, will be Ghost Recon with Kingdom out of this race then. So Double then, really then, who was pointing the wrong way, wasn't he? And luckily he didn't take off his car there, did he? Didn't damage the car more as he came out of, as he spun it out of radial there, double in 9th position, and go in 10th position is Ghost Recon. As Glock then wins the Belgian Grand Prix in absolutely spectacular fashion here today. 3 wins in 4 races, 4 pole positions in 4 races. And he's also got a fantastic. Well, he's just incredible, isn't he? Glock is. So yeah, Glock then is retaking the lead in the championship with no Faxland here tonight, and also F1 2019. It just came unraveled there right at the top of Lake Com on the opening stage of this race. So that's a shame now for F1 2019, and that is the first time he's off the podium now. F1 2019 is. Glock returns to the podium, and we've also got Forza back up on Forza taking his on the podium now for his first podium for ALR. And save for Alhan as well, who's in 3rd position. Absolutely fantastic stuff, Ben. And brilliant stuff indeed then. So let's just quickly go through the final classifications then from the Belgian Grand Prix then, shall we? So Glock from pole position to checkered flag then today. He was in a class of 1, but behind him it was anyone's race. Forza, a cracking drive from 8th to 2nd. Brilliant stuff. Alhan from 10th to 3rd. Amazing stuff. And no penalties either for Alhan. Brilliant stuff indeed. Mr. Clean. FIFA, incredible drive as well. That Ferrari is slippery, isn't it? In 4th position. YBR in 5th position. 6th position V Todd. Van Dorn in 7th. 8th position is Hunter. 9th is Double. Retirements Kingdom, Ghost, Sirius, Razor, Lesnar, and F-Word 2019. All retired from this Belgian Grand Prix. And I've got a commentary box full now, so very be on my best behaviour. But before I do so, let's just quickly catch up on the comments, shall we? As Darren saying, GG guys, Matthew Bridge, Waller Race, and Glock saying, I'll take that. Fantastic stuff. So in the who have we got in this party then? Have we got Forza?
Oh yeah, hi.
Hello. What a cracking race that was there. A brilliant drive in the end there. I must say that was an absolutely epic battle from 2nd all the way down to 10th there. But I've got to say you started to distance yourself in the second half of the race there. But what about the first half?
The start was pretty crucial. I think I gained a couple of places at the start. I was behind YBR 2019 after I think turn 3 or turn 4. It was basically just staying behind him. I knew, because I think his setup was more to a downforce as opposed to straight line speed. And yeah, I managed to get him on the straight. And the safety car came up, and we were put for the hard tyres, and that's when I managed to create a gap. And I think I had a 6-second time penalty, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, it was trying to open the gap to 6 seconds, and that was what I did. So I'm happy to finish the 2nd place.
Absolutely perfect race today as well. So I gotta say that was thoroughly enjoyable. So very good stuff there from yourself today, and your first podium in ALR. I bet you're proud of that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I quite like Spa, to be fair. I was hoping to get a podium here, and yeah, mission accomplished.
Oh, definitely indeed. The second half of that race was absolutely phenomenal. So well done. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Let's go on to Alhan now, who finished third today in only his 2nd ALR race. An absolutely incredible drive from yourself, Alhan. Wow, I gotta say, I think the 2nd stage of the race was really getting really feisty there. It's very much elbows out up at Lake Com there between yourself and YBR.
Oh.
Oh, it was certainly good for viewing for us. I must say, I think you might have been get a bit heated in the car. I definitely would have been. But I must say, I must also say though, well done for no penalties as well around here. That is pretty impressive as well, Mr. Clean, as I was saying in the roundup. Oh, definitely. So, yeah, congratulations on your second race as well. Fantastic races today. Brilliant stuff. And let's come to FIFA Beefy. I must say, you had a rocket attached to you somewhere. You were flying up that hill.
It was fast. It was very fast today. Good race.
Loved it. Yeah, I gotta say, in the comments as well, there was people saying that you should get driver of the day as well because he was flying up there. Every time I was like looking back, there was just a red rocket just flying behind people.
I think it was about 13 when I took over King, and then it just went from there, and I got a few more, and it just worked.
Absolutely. Was that due to your setup, or was you harvesting up until the Kemmel Straight?
Oh, one of me, funny enough, Razor did message me and he said, "What wings are you running?" I was like, 1.6. And he was like, "How are you getting through them bends?" I'm not spinning, but it was fine. It felt fine.
I think you might need to help some other guys out. As unfortunately, we seem to have a lot of victims in up at Radion today. So, but
I just wanted to finish. It was my first finish today as well, so I was happy.
Yeah, no, that's some points now for Ferrari team as well, because I think you and Razor have had a pretty difficult start to the ALR season.
I haven't finished one, but now we have.
So onwards and upwards now, then, isn't it? So is this the start of a good campaign now?
Oh, hopefully, because I am consistent and I finish a lot of races. It's just I've had a bad start to this, and it just went from there. But I'll be all right now.
Absolutely fantastic, guys. It's brilliant to talk to all of you, and I got to say. Oh, that's unusual. Usually people waiting to get out of here. Anyway, brilliant stuff today. All three of you today have done an absolutely fantastic job, and I'd say it's driver of the day has to be between you three. Brilliant stuff. Thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been fantastic, this silver race. Remember, in a week's time, we are back at the home of British motorsport. That is the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. On Sunday night, of course, 6:30 is the gold turn again there. And I've got to say, it's all up in the air in gold, isn't it? In silver, it is looking very much like Glock is commanding this, but anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does. See you on Sunday.